Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Wolf Quest episode. We are here in the final season of the Creek Pack with Ferox and Ren, and their six surviving puppies. We're not at the den right now because a bunch of stuff happened in the last episode. All kinds of stuff happened all at once. We had to abruptly move dens. The territory was super weak all on this side here, which I have went ahead and fixed. Even though this seemed to have dropped a little bit already, but anyway, there is another hex here that is dropping that I might go on ahead and just top off. That way we don't have to worry about don't hopefully won't have to really worry about it all that much. And as you can hear from the music, guys, and that elk there, we are able to hunt the ungulates and everything, but that is not our top priority right now, as the puppies are still doing pretty good on hunger. Ren is the only one that could really use the food. My top priority right now is getting this territory situation under better secured. But Ferox is exhausted once again, guys, and we have to claim this from Junction Buttes. Checking it just then actually kind of makes me feel slightly better because it does seem like their hexes are weakening, which means it could mean one good thing and one bad thing. It could mean that the pack members are not actively there in those hexes at this moment, so that means we could go there and not have to fight. Or it could mean that there are Crowdis or Prospect Peak wolves also making a move on those hexes. So, and that could mean a potential fight. I mean, I have gotten a lot of practice with fighting and hunting with this low of stamina, but that's with one-on-one fights. If it's a 2-on-1, then we might have to run. That's gonna be the problem. There is the 2-on-1. If I had Britton with me, then it'd be a different story. But since I'm gonna be gone for a significant amount of time, I want to keep Ren at the den for as long as possible, to keep that affinity from dropping. In case if you guys didn't watch the last episode, I did mention that we had to move dens, and we moved as a very last minute decision because I was not expecting it. We moved to the penthouse den, which this is okay. Which is the den that's right by the lake here. It is this one, to be exact, right here along McBride Lake here. I call it the penthouse den because it is literally right on the water. And and it's got beautiful view of the lake and everything, so that's why I call it the penthouse den. So we're gonna start making a move here on Junction Buttes hexes here, because we have to get this row under our control to keep our puppies safe, which is of course our top priority here. So we're gonna run across here and put the scent post on this side to make things slightly easier on us. We'll probably put it right here by this bunch of logs here. Put the scent post here, And just like what we did with Prospect Peak, we're gonna sit here and howl a few times. And this process will be repeated until... I don't know if we'll... I mean, it would probably be a good idea to get this entire row here, since this would pretty much almost cover the entire bottom half of our territory, which is needed for that 2 hex buffer that I always say is super important to have. So with us being on McBride Lake, it really makes me wonder, what this is really gonna mean, because this is the closest we've been to Junction Butte since Ferox and Ren's first litter, which is pretty crazy. Because when Ferox first started, he was quite nervous, so he wanted to be safe and raised the first litter in the forest right over there. And one of the dens we moved to was the penthouse den, and that's where we are at now. And yeah, this is the closest we've been since then, which is pretty crazy to think about. So the other hexes over here, they always tried to get Little Butte, which, I mean, makes sense considering their name. But they always try to get Little Butte under their control. Who knows, maybe maybe one day we'll get a pack that will challenge them for Little Butte. So the send post is going to be over here, probably right by Little Butte here. I think that music is because of the moose that's not... yeah. We probably won't be hunting over here really at all, because this is like way out of Ferox's comfort zone. This is like, I mean, he probably will somewhat remember because he did have to place scent markers and everything when he first during like the first litter, but since then he hasn't really needed to. So this is probably making him a little bit nervous because he's not all too familiar with this area. Now we're just going to make a little peach trail here to the scent post here, which slowly dwindles down the hex until you get to the scent post. So you could just make the straight sprint straight to the scent post, but I mean, I really don't think it makes too much of a difference, but that is just kind of like how I like to do it. And usually I like to put the scent post right here on this island because it's nice and shallow, so you don't have to swim to it. And the process shall be repeated. I'm gonna turn this off, that way I can see it a little bit easier. One more howl should do it. Yep, alright. going to make the dash over here and get those last 3. So far, so good, but I'm not, hopefully I'm not going to jinx myself by saying that, but... And then after this, we will get some food for everybody. Oh, there's a fox. Alright. Alright, their scent post is in this direction. Alright. Might be a little bit ways out because I don't smell it right away. Alright, it's over the hill here. Baby music. Couple coyotes. We're gonna start doing the run and pee, as I like to call it, just to try and get in and out of here a little bit easier. Alright, we're going to put the scent post here on the tip, somewhere here, which means we might have to swim to get to it, which that is what it looks like, but it doesn't look flooded, so it shouldn't be too hard to get to it. We'll put it right here. Going to check on the other hexes here. Okay, not too bad. One thing I do know about Junction Butte is they are pretty stubborn, usually, when it comes to maintaining their hexes. At least I know they are in the winter, like when you first come to Slough Creek. Because I have other packs that, you know, I have just for like playing the game on my own. Oh, okay, it's marked now. Okay, so now we need to come up this way. Like even Ferox is getting hungry. I don't know, we might do a hunt just for Ferox and Ren, but then get like a calf or a fawn for the pups.